name is Selena, and I'm going to do the outside portion of your field trip today. All right, so we're going to be talking about water today, and if I can get you guys to come right here, because I can't see you back there. So get in the one line right here. I can't see you. I want to be able to see you. All right, so we're going to talk about water today, why it's important, and you'll do some things in the lab for that, but out here we're going to talk about wetlands and how they clean the water and how we can use wetlands to clean our water for us, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk, and I'm going to ask you guys to give me some answers, so you just raise your hand, and if we can, the faster you get through that, the faster we get going, all right? Okay, so let's start here. You go to the bathroom, right, and you flush your toilet. Who can tell me where that goes? To the sewer, or maybe if you have a house, you might have something else. Starts with an S as well.
I know, but
septic.
Septic tank.
Yeah, septic tank. Very good. So it either goes to the sewer or the septic tank. All right, let's follow that. Let's say you flush your toilet and it goes to the sewer. Where does it go next? What's the next stop along the way?
The ocean.
Before it gets to the ocean, you're right. But just before that, someone else. What do you think?
Underground.
Underground, and then?
Isn't it like the purifiers?
Exactly, the water treatment plant, right? Because we don't send, tell me what's in that flushed water. Tell me what's in there. Come on.
Urine.
Urine? What's worse? Poopy, exactly. So would you want us to flush our toilets and send it to the ocean? Would that be nice? No way. It would make everything sick. It would kill lots of animals and plants, and we don't want that. All right. So exactly. It flushes, it goes to maybe the sewer, then it goes to a water treatment plant, and they clean it with chemicals and different things, correct? All right. Well, then they send it up to the ocean, and they've lost that water. Instead, what you could do is a different thing. So what we have here is a model of a different way to do it. So let's pretend everybody's in MOSI, and they flush their toilets, okay? They go to their bathroom, they do their one or number two, you know, whichever one. They flush it, and what could happen is we could send it into a tube and then down into a big tank under our feet. And what we would have in there would be all these little bacteria. And guess what they like to eat? The poo and the pee. That's right. So there are all these bacteria. They like to eat it. So if they had like arms and a head, they'd be like taking poop and rubbing it on them and eating it and loving it and all that. Just like we do with, like, you know, other things. So they'd be loving it. So we could put them to work. They're free. Let's just give them food and a place to live, and they'll be happy, and they'll clean the water for us. All right? Now I'm going to show you the next step, because that's just the beginning. There's a bunch more stuff going. So what I need you guys to do is come with me. We're going to follow the poop trail. Let's go. Here we go. Follow the poop. Just imagine all those bacteria underground eating the poo for you. Yeah. So you followed the poop, right? You followed under your feet. Okay? Now look at these white things behind you. Water would appear next. So who can tell me one thing they see is white tanks?
I see algae.
Algae. What else? Water. What else?
Plants.
Plants. All right, exactly. And what do you think those plants are for us? We put them to work.
They like eat the stuff.
Yeah, what?
They eat the stuff.
They eat the stuff. So they suck stuff up through their what?
Roots.
Roots, exactly. So some of that, you know, some of that poop and stuff, that might be their fertilizer. You know, they like to eat too, so they'll suck some of that up, and you know what they're doing is cleaning our water for us some more. So we started out with bacteria, and then we came to plants, and we also have some algae, and they're doing their thing. Who can tell me, looking at, see these front two up here? What's happening? What do you see happening in these front two white containers? Someone who hasn't talked to me yet. What do you see? You know you see it. What's happening? It's only happening in two of them. What do you see? Exactly. The water is coming up through a pipe. So this is what's going on. So the water is going to get sucked and thrown into the air, and then the water kind of captures some oxygen and brings it back down and in there. And that oxygen helps clean the water as well, because there are some things that actually cannot live when there's oxygen present. All right? You know how we need oxygen? Some things cannot have oxygen. If they have oxygen, they die. And that's just another way to clean that water for us. So far, all of that putting nature to work for us, right? It's better than using all kinds of chemicals and sending it far away, right? The whole reason we have this whole design is to show people that they can clean their water closer and reuse it. So So we're never going to be drinking that water, but we can reuse it to water all of our butterfly plants because we have a butterfly garden here. So does that sound like a good idea? What we could do is use what's in the toilet, clean it all out, and then reuse it here, right? Because we're in a drought, aren't we? And that means we're not allowed to water our plants very much, are we? Right. So instead, we can reuse the water and water our plants as much as we want because we're reusing it. Okay? So as long as you guys did a great job, we're going to move into there. And what I want you to do is do exactly what you did right here. And if we can get people who haven't taught yet to answer some questions for me, I'll let us walk through and we can see some of the animals that are living in there. Okay? Can you guys handle this? Okay, come on in. Now looking just behind me, guys, come over here. Looking this way, you're doing good. Good job. Now, looking behind me, what types of things do you see here that you also saw in the white things? Someone who hasn't really talked much. Yeah, right here behind you. The plants, okay, and who can tell me what those plants would be doing to this water? Because I forgot to mention, all that water that comes from the white things, we just followed it into here. So it would come into here. So what do you think those plants are doing in here? Someone who hasn't talked yet. What did the plants do in there? Out there? They keep on purifying the water. They're cleaning it even more, okay? Who can tell me another thing that they see happening here that we also saw happening in the white things? And have you talked?
Yeah.
No, you can go ahead.
There's water running.
The water is running as well. And who can tell me what the water, why we're doing that? Yeah. To filter it, but to also, what are we adding to it? Oxygen to kill anything that we might not want to have there. Very good. What we're going to do next then is we're going to walk along here. What I want us to be doing is noticing that there are animals in there and they are happy, so they would be able to live in this water. By this point it should be clean enough for them to live. There's some little things that you don't see. We have crayfish, we have shrimp, we have snails, all kinds of things in there as well, and they are cleaning the water even more. So we're going to walk, and I want you guys to just keep going. Okay, keep walking. Here we go. There they are. They love us. I know! Look at them. And if you look up in the butterfly garden, you should see some of the butterflies way up top. So, yep, just take a good look. See if you can find the little tiny fish. They're helping clean as well. They're just living there. Look at that big one. That's our big female there. She actually laid some eggs. And we got some babies. Okay? And keep coming this way because then we've got our butterflies. All right? Take a look here until everybody catches up and try to find some caterpillars.
Oh, there's see the butterflies too.
All right, you guys are doing great. Thank you. All right, come right up here, guys. You can make a second row so you can actually see into here. So come right behind them. You guys go in front, and you guys come behind. All right. Now, remember what I said? Why are we cleaning this water in the first place? Why do we want to clean it like we just were talking about? Who can tell me?
So that it's not dirty for all the plants.
That's right, so it's not dirty because we're going to want to water our plants with it possibly, right? Very good. So the reason, can I have everybody's attention right here? The reason we have what we want to do is we get that water, clean it so we can water all our plants is because we have a butterfly garden here, right? So we plant lots of plants to attract all those butterflies. And they come and they'll drink the nectar and they'll lay some eggs. And guess what we do? We go out and we collect those eggs and those caterpillars and we bring them in here and we feed them just the right food because caterpillars only eat certain types of food and different ones. So they came here. So if you can see, when you get a chance, look for some caterpillars in a minute. And then what happens is we grow them, we feed them until they get big enough. And, you know, when they turn into a chrysalis, we put them over here. So this is what we have here. They're chrysalis right here.
I love bugs.
Yeah. And then when they come out, guess where we put them, everybody? Where do you think? Right there. You know.